if I turn the mic on. Can you hear me, honey? Can you hear me over the chippy ass music?
Turn the music down like 10%.
You got it. How is that? How is that, beautiful husband?
There we go. Now they should be able to hear.
Okay. Narosa, what animal do you want your Sonic Sona to be? Do you just want a hedgehog? Hedgehog? I made one guy a goat.
Yeah, I suggested goat.
I like goats. Let's do that pose. Let's do that pose.
Well, the ad is also still going for another 15 seconds.
Yeah. I just thought if they're like subscribed, I'd ask. Hello. I sent Lloyd that Pregnant Sonic song. He has not responded yet. I think he hates me now.
You've killed the man.
It is kind of weird that there's so much Pregnant Sonic art. I
yeah.
think it's because the fan base is kind of young, and there's still like a fascination with the body.
There is also a lot of overlap with like.
There's a
baby
Pregnant
artists.
Sonic song I found. I sent it to my friend who's a Sonic fan just to bother them.
There's a lot of like, there's a lot of baby artists who get into Sonic and things like that.
Yeah, and I think like pregnancy and cartoonish stuff like Vor and Expansion and stuff like that doesn't really necessarily sexual, but like you see it in cartoons. And they like don't entirely understand their sexuality yet. It's probably why that happens. Anyway, let's start before we traumatize everybody.
Intrigued. So,
hello, everybody. Hello, Narosa. Since you're here, you're going to go first. And while I'm working on your first piece, you can tell me what animal you want your Sonic OC to be, apparently. In the meantime, I'll stick those two together and get rid of them. Anyway, also, hello everybody! Hello. Welcome to the first stream of July. We're doing Patreon requests. We're going to try to do 4 40s today. We just barely managed to finish the latest episode of, oh, what's the American version? I was saying my Dress Up Darling, yeah. Because my brain just went to the Japanese one, which is like a French term, which I can't fucking say because I'm a stupid American. So it's Japanese and French. It's two things I can't do.
Yeah.
The hua.
The hua.
The hua.
Okay. Excuse me.
I do think that's why like a lot of things like DeviantArt level fetishes and stuff, weight gain, stuff that's technically safe for work, but you see it a lot with like younger people and younger fandoms.
Yeah.
Like Sonic, I think that's one of the reasons. I think the people there just haven't completely developed their sexuality just yet. Same with like giant tits and shonen.
Yeah.
Because like they know they like tits. They don't understand how tits work. So what do? You make big tits. Big better, right?
Big better.
Huge giant tits.
Honka-donka-ba-donka-roos. And then the new student comes in, and they've got even bigger donka-ba-donka-donks.
Thankfully, no one had honka-donka-ba-donkers in that fucking Digital Circus episode.
Oh yeah, in the anime one, it would have been Jax.
Yeah! I'm gonna draw him with honka-donka-ba-donkas.
We can all agree that Jax is the one with the fat tits that comes in from another school.
I would draw him so skinny. Narosa, what do you want your persona's animal to be? Actually, I might turn this down a bit because I seem to keep going into the red.
It didn't seem like it was too loud on...
I don't know, when I was talking it does. See, it's constantly going in the red and it's going full red.
Yeah.
I'd be worried I'd be hurting people's ears.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes into the red, we have that thing in it that'll kick it down.
I got that thing in you.
Oh, you don't want to be a horse dragon, Theridax? You don't want to peanut butter your dragon?
You know, I think since like dragons are kind of based off of dinosaurs, we should give them feathers now.
We should. I 100%
They should
agree.
all have feathers.
Make them fluffy and pretty like parrots.
Yeah.
But
oh
also,
my god, like the artist who did the Manly Man comics, and she drew like the raptors
yeah.
like this, just fluffy as
The
hell.
orbs. Some wyverns do. The Quetzalcoatl is often portrayed.
Make your dragon look like a fat bird.
Yeah.
I demand it.
Why does your country have such weird pigeons? They're dragons.
That'd be kind of cute.
Right? Because you'd have some that would adapt to being city living, right? So they'd be fluffy, they'd be smaller, more nimble, and colorful.
Dirty as shit.
Dirty as shit. Sitting there fucking stealing pipes and cigarettes to line their nest. They actually do that in cities, though.
Little dragons with a little nest made of cigarettes, and they like blow. They like the little baby sneeze fire, and it like lights all the cigarettes.
Yeah.
That'd be cute. Is it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Did I see all of the How to Train Your Dragons? I'm not even
Probably
sure.
not.
Like the original ones. I think I know I saw the first one. I know I saw the last one.
Yeah.
I don't remember the middle one, though I might have, because I think I remember being kind of pissed that Hiccup's girlfriend was so much more capable than him, but he was gonna like lead the fucking tribe or whatever. And I was like, why?
Because
She's more capable than him.
Yeah, that's literally like that actually happens a lot. Like we, you know, for a while there in the States they considered pigeons a nuisance animal, but like they were everywhere because humans brought them there and they adapted to that. They started to like not be quite as intrusive now, but they're still like everywhere.
I remember at the end of one movie they like let them all go. Which they seem like relatively intelligent.
Yeah.
I don't see why you couldn't just like all work together or something like that.
Because there's always going to be like people who are going to try to manipulate them.
That's sad. But someone's going to do that anyway.
It's like with the what was it called? It was Pern. The Dragon Riders of Pern that had like the little dragons and stuff like that. So they like were supremely watched over. There's all kinds of rules and things like that about them, and just because people would really, really misuse these kind of things. But then there were also like the little dragonlings that would like, they were like cats that could fly and acted like you'd expect that to be.
Oh my god, Gatorland, but with dragons.
Just
the Florida Dragon Farm. Oh my god.
Big.
Has no one done that? I would love to see that done.
Snapping.
Oh my god, D&D, but it's like Florida. Just in general, like it's the Florida version of the fantasy world where everyone's just like there's a Gatorland with a dragon, shit like that.
He doesn't know.
There's some cheap ass theme park dedicated to some like hero who saved everyone like a decade ago.
He doesn't know that this rock is gilded, but he's okay with that.
When they're babies, do they make the gator like little laser noises? Well, that's what the big ones made. The little ones go, eh!
He thinks he's on a pile of gold, but we just painted a rock with some spray paint. He's not very smart.
I guess it depends on like how sentient the dragons are too.
True. You know, some of them are actually very intelligent, and some of them are dumb as rocks. So, like, depends on the dragon.
It's always weird to me that, like, I guess because they wouldn't need to in stories where, like, dragons, like Parthenax and shit like that, like, these dragons are smart enough to, like, do magic and talk to people and live forever. Why don't they have agriculture?
Because they don't need to. They're an apex species. Why haven't gators developed agriculture?
Because they're not that smart.
Yeah, but they rule the Everglades.
I feel like there's maybe it's just in apes, but I feel like when you become that sentient, there's a natural urge to create. And I don't really do that.
Now, see, that would be
You don't see like a city of dragons or something like that. You don't see them like making stuff a lot. We kind of still narratively kind of treat them as dumb animals, no matter how smart they are.
See, that kind
of bugs me.
You could have like dragons like 100-year, you know, blacksmithing projects and things like that.
Yeah.
Like little artisanal things.
I guess you could argue maybe they've existed so long, there's no point in making anything because it'll fall apart.
And a lot of things, especially in like fantasy races that are super long-lived, why would you do it today when you can do it 100 years from now and then you just never do anything?
That is the plot of Freyrin.
U.S. based, where the gnomes from Midwestern, the dwarves sound like the Brooklyn, the elves sound like they're fucking out of the bayou. Just some Creole ass wood elves.
I think they had those in Dragon Age.
Oh,
that's what that one elf was from. She was like the wood elves, and they were like considered really pathetic.
In 40K, there's like the space elves, right? And you've got like the normal space elves, and you've got the fucking Molgoth space elves. But there are also the ones who are like, all you're fucking weird, we're gonna go farming. And everybody kind of looks down on them because they're like the hippie space elves. Like, you have intergalactic travel and all kinds of all this fantasy bullshit. Yeah, but we'd rather farm. So we have lizards now.
Ah, lizards. Why not? Makes sense to me.
Like, it's really goofy too, because like, remember the one thing I told you about with Gundam where like, they're on like a fucking colony in space and they're like, we don't believe in technology. That one group with the space elves.
That's fucking America right there.
That one group of the space elves is like that. They're on world ships. Ship is in the name. It is a fucking spaceship capable of interdimensional travel. And they're like, we don't believe in technology and the evils of science. Like, motherfucker.
Okay, I thought of something. What if, like, since they are so long-lived, they're like the guys who made planets in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like, they do make art and stuff, but it's so big, it's impossible to, like, fucking see on our little human brain level.
It's just so
I could see
subtle
that.
and long. Like, remember when that volcano blew up yesterday? Yeah? That was 500 years ago I started that project.
Yeah, I could see something like that.
Like, just...
Wouldn't that be interesting, though? Like a really, really old-lived species that does agriculture with, like, whole-ass, like, tectonic plates and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Like, you see, I wanted to have this one type of tree grow in this area because it would look really nice next to everything else. So I had to make sure that there was enough sulfur in the soil so that 500 years from now, a pineapple will grow.
And it just always bugged me that they made, like, dragons sentient, but, like, half bestial.
Yeah.
It's like, sentient creatures, like, make culture and make art and stuff like that. And they very rarely do they let dragons do that in narratives, and it kind of bugs me.
Yeah.
It's almost seems racist, but I'm not sure with what.
Tidal wave in an ice age. God damn it! It's literally like continent in a bottle.
I could totally see that, yeah.
Oh, that'd be so funny. There's just that one dragon that's really into beetles, and they're all over the place.
That's definitely something I could see with like a god race or like elves and stuff. That there's just one guy who's like obsessed with beetles and has been breeding them for like 5 billion years.
Steve, we know you did this. We know this one's yours. Why is it gotta be mine? Why wouldn't it be yours? Shut up. It's like a fucking beetle with like the goofiest horns you've ever seen.
Like stuff that doesn't benefit anyone. It's just shit they like.
Yeah.
My stupid art doesn't really benefit anyone besides like the people who enjoy it. If I didn't post it, I'd still do it. It's just what I like to do.
It's like the best.
I could see dragons and junk doing that, but I think sentient creatures would create. That's just my thought process.
The best watch you'll ever have literally lasts for like 1,000 years, and it's just some dragon in a rock on like the backroads of a swamp.
Yeah, that's Steve. He really likes timepieces.
Look, you'd think dwarves, but no, there's this one dragon over here that has a 100-year backlist on his commissions to make you a fucking timepiece, but it will literally never stop until time itself does.
Nah, you see, you get it for like 5 generations down.
This? Oh no, this was my great-great-great-grandfather's watch. It was made for him.
That'd be so much fun.
See, like, that's just way more fun to think about.
I mean, art is technically, it's not useless, because we do get joy out of it. I'm not going to make that argument, but, like, to survival, it's basically just a mental health thing, but we do have a very big drive to do it. So I think anything that would be sentient enough to be able to, like, talk and make languages would probably have some level of creativity and be making things. Maybe there's a dragon that's like an anthropologist for humans or something like that, because they go so fast and they treat them like fruit flies.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got like humans in like a contained area that he's been doing experiments on for generations the way we do with fruit flies.
Australia.
Because they live so fucking short lives compared to them. It would just, it'd be like, I need to figure out a cure for this, so I'm gonna just like, have like 12 generations of humans. It should only take like 200 years.
Like I said, Australia. And then we fucked it up by having
actually it'd be more than 200
travel.
years. It'd be like more like it'd be longer than that. 200 years only about like 3 generations or so.
We messed up a perfectly good experiment because we figured out how to make boats.
That would be funny as shit. That's not exactly the plot of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but it's close.
The dragon that hoards uncomfortable situations. Yeah. I always like dragons of weird things. This dragon hoards dice. Why do they have the dice? Oh, it's not actually about the dice. It's about hoarding chance. Just literally...
Vriska.
Just the fundamental constant of possibility.
Vriska. Vriska.
Yeah, the one dragon with frogs. It's just Homestuck. It's Homestuck all the way down.
It is. I mean, they're technically godlike beings, so I don't know if they're immortal, actually. Has anyone aged out of god tier?
If you die, you become god tier.
They age, so...
We don't know. There's adults, theoretically.
Yeah, but not god tier adults. Well, there's like 21-year-olds, if you think of the Dancestors. But there's not like god tier full grown people, I guess. So I don't know.
Yeah. Like, it would work.
Maybe you just die? It would suck if you just die and keep coming back, but like you don't de-age or anything. Like you're just constantly... Yeah.
I feel like...
Because dying doesn't time travel you. It doesn't undo things.
I feel like because they're supposed to be god tier, like,
They do age. They've gotten older.
I wonder if that's just because they think they're supposed to.
That's a good question.
Because god tier is all about, like, being able to manipulate the fundamental constant that is your class. So, like, why would you age? You don't need to age to manipulate it. But you think you should age because you're doing stuff and years have passed. So if you can manipulate fundamental constants, why wouldn't you be able to manipulate your age?
I mean, there are ones that have time. There's Dave. Like, I could totally see Dave not aging. What if you didn't have a time class, though? Like, someone in your group.
Yeah.
Would you be fucked forever?
Probably.
All of eternity, just constantly dying until you die either heroically or justifiably?
I was always surprised there was never, like, a pathetic death as part of that.
They felt bad for you.
Radioactive glass. Yeah, that'd be fun to hoard.
That's what I'd hoard.
You would.
No, I hoard materials. I hoard materials on Clip Studio.
Yeah, she's the Clip Studio dragon.
I haven't worked on it yet. I've just done the sketch, but I did sketch an idea for my tablet and art program for Date Anything. Is it Date Anything or Everything?
Date Everything.
Yeah. And one of the things she had is one of those bags that looks like a 2D object, except it's in the shape of like a folder, and it's just got materials falling out of it.
I know, all my materials trips and falls, and an entire endless pile keeps coming out of it.
My materials.
Yeah, the Garfield McDonald's cups.
No, the Shrek ones, they're lead.
I have a horde of recalled objects.
I would like that.
Just the information on why they were all recalled would be just so cool. It'd be like,
hoard useless information.
Yeah. Oh man, the Wikipedia dragon.
It's like that one museum, the Museum of Failure.
Fun. Is it just all the stuff that's messed up?
It's like, I believe, I don't know if it's still up, but it's like things that were expected to do really well, but either didn't work well or died out, like phones or I believe that Nintendo thing, the red one. what is it? Virtual Boy?
Yeah.
Is there stuff like that?
A radioactive dragon.
There was for a bit like a museum of heartbreak or something like that, and it was all stuff from people's failed relationships and the story of it. I thought that was really cool, and I kind of wish that was still open.
That's a neat little.
It was like a one pop-up thing.
Yeah.
That would be a fun like Tumblr blog or something.
It would. Radiation dragon is just like, there's nothing of honor here. Nothing of value.
Radiation affect dragons?
It depends on the Durgan, really.
I imagine they'd have a higher resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general.
In Monster Hunter, there kind of are some radioactive dragons. They're really just like malignant to be around. Which is a fun word to say. Malignant. There's
I mean, dragons are still flesh, so they'd probably be affected by radiation the same way?
Maybe, but like dragons do also manipulate like elemental properties.
It really depends on the dragons, I guess.
Yeah, so...
Are they just fleshy things that live a long time, or are they magic?
Mm-hmm.
And how does radiation affect magic, so...
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on the universe you're in, because like in Warhammer Fantasy, like there is straight up radiation. It's bad, it causes mutation and things like that, and it does affect magical creatures. So you could have like weird, horrifically mutated magic things that have just been around these fucking radioactive rocks, because the rats really like them. And they gather up a lot of it all over the place. One rat was like, I think the moon's made out of these radioactive rocks, and tried to pull down the moon. And
I'm gonna lasso the moon for you, girl.
It almost succeeded, actually. He did almost drop the moon on the planet.
Yeah, we have, because the moon's slowly drifting away from Earth, we do have plans to, like, either fuck with it or steal a moon from somewhere else.
Yay! Steal a moon.
Because it's actually very important to our environment.
Yay!
It'll be a few, like, thousands of years, like millennia, but if we're still around, they're making plans for it.
Neat. Yeah, Vermintide. Yeah. The rats in Warhammer Fantasy, like, they have those radioactive rocks, and they are just...
Jupiter does have plenty. He can spare some moons.
Spare a couple moons.
He's got a lot of moons, Dan.
Spare a couple moon for your neighbor. Colony drop. Always comes back to the good old colony drop.
There's some people who think the moon's hollow.
Good.
It's bullshit, but they do think that.
The moon is where the drill goes, obviously.
I still think it's funny, it never caught around to me, but that, like, drill icon that's so iconic to fucking Gurren Lagann originally came from dead leaves, and it was the dude's dick. That's funny as hell. Never liked Gurren Lagann. I mean, I appreciate it for its artisanalness, but damn, those characters annoy me.
That's fair.
It's like peak shonen, and I just do not like shonen.
Yeah.
The fact that I was happy when the guy died that everyone got really upset about, it's like, as there's trauma, I was like, maybe the show is not for me.
Little bit.
Because I was like, God, he's annoying.
I like that the rats are just like, man, if we
I believe in the Miku who believes in me.
Yeah. Man, Miku wrote a shonen?
She did make Minecraft.
Yeah. But I love that the rats are just like, these rocks are neat. What happens if you use these rocks to do other things? And so they've invented fucking technology. They have giant hamster wheel tanks. They've learned how to do biology.
Also, I would not believe in the me that someone else believed in. They're probably stupid.
Hey! I mean, yeah, I am, but...
Yeah.
I still believe in you.
That doesn't mean you're right.
I can be. Enough of us.
I don't know, that shit just doesn't fly with my ass. I don't trust like that.
It's too late. I already believed in you, wife.
Stop it.
I'm gonna keep believing in you.
But I do believe Miku believes in me, because if I don't make art of her, she dies. Mm-hmm. So she kind of has to. She's forced.
They're so smart, but suicidally stupid. Skaven. They are. I love Skaven on a fundamental level. Like, Skaven are the fantasy version of the 40k orcs, where they're just dumb as all hell. But boy, are they great. For the longest time, because like in Warhammer Fantasy, like souls are real. They know that they exist. They know people can go to.
How much do they weigh?
Depends on the soul.
Damn it.
So
I was gonna see if that soul weight guy was right.
Maybe, but they know that souls are real. Souls exist. They can be manipulated. They can be used. And for the longest time, everybody thought rats didn't have souls.
According to the Bible, they don't.
Well, because no one could find them. Everybody had their own, like, everyone has their own assorted, like,
so
afterlife.
they do weigh something.
Like, yeah, and so, like, everybody has their own assorted afterlife. People can do all kinds of stuff with souls, right? But nobody could find the rat souls. The rat souls, just, when they died, they were just gone. And sometimes, rats would just come back. Like, they were very definitely dead. They were not resurrected. They would just come back. And that just happens. And so people were just like, rats just don't have souls. That's why they can come back and all this other weird shit happens. Don't worry about it. They just don't have souls. Turns out, there's a rat god. And the rat god is incredibly fucking greedy. Like, to the point that its greed warps the rest of stuff around it. And so those were his souls, because those are rats, and those are rat souls are his. And there was an entire realm that no one knew about, just full of rat souls. And this one necromancer was like, holy fuck, there's so many souls in here, and souls equal power for magic.
Narosa, what animal do you want your Sonic Sonar to be?
Yeah, you would think, right? But nah, like, if you know souls are real, like they're a fundamental thing you can manipulate, you can literally show that they exist. But like, these ones don't. You're like, man, that's weird. I guess they just don't have souls. Let your pen guide you, so take your pick. Goat.
Poop. Like that one character in
Digimon.
Cult of Lamb. I was thinking the Cult of Lamb poop head guy, but yeah.
Make him a chicken.
You're a chicken.
Chicken's just fun.
I mean, they're just animals, so.
One of them, you know, the goats that have the two horns and then the two curled over horns? I think that.
I did do a goat once. I could do another goat.
I just think those ones are neat. You know, like Black Tom.
Because there's horns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just like Skaven. I think.
I don't like this picture anymore.
Ever sitting there sniffing at a chili dog.
Eating a chili dog.
Looking at a chili dog with disgust.
Chili dogs are gross.
That's fair. They're
Too
very
much
messy.
mess.
They are extremely messy.
Why do people think I'm familiar enough with Sonic to fucking know the animals?
You know why.
I haven't played a Sonic game since Sonic Adventure 2. Fucking Lloyd got me the like Shadow game, and I even have it downloaded right now, but I still haven't played it.
It's because of the Sonato.
I don't know. I haven't gotten up the brain power to do it. Yeah, the Sonato game.
Mm-hmm. They sense the Sonato in you.
Well, I played Sonic Heroes, I guess. So I guess I played one since then. And I did play Sonic 06 at the time. That might have been the last one, actually, which shows.
The echoes of ancient sins.
I mean, yeah, but like, that's like, how old is that? I was in high school. I don't even think I was in high school.
06, so 19 years ago?
There you go.
Thereabouts.
Oh my god, it's almost 20 years old.
Yeah, all right. There's going to be an anniversary edition.
Jesus Christ, no! Kill it.
Everybody doing the anniversary. Ah, so the person was supposed to be able to make a suggestion.
Well, you can't make suggestions while I'm working on it unless I miss something anyway, because this is artist's fucking.
Yeah, too late.
I get to make the choices, unfortunately.
Too late, meow.
And I said goat. I'm gonna get that one I did of Lloyd. I forget where I put it. I might not put it anywhere, actually. I might have saved it.
Don't worry, your brothers and Sonic Heroes.
It'd be in his thing.
Because
that was a decent goat concept.
Go, 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 go.
I misspelled Sonic.
Where? You spelled it Sanic.
You're a Sanic.
Yay! Sanic, he can kind of move. He's a little grumpy too.
I don't know, man.
Good.
Oh, I should make him an Animal Crossing one.
What was he being... He's being forced to play something today. I forgot what it was. I saw it earlier. Mr. Lloyd is being forced to do things some would consider unnatural.
Like what?
Oh, I guess he's already done whatever he was playing.
There it is. Yeah, that was a cool design. I'm sad it was wasted on his ass. Unappreciative bitch. That was a cool ass design.
Ah, he was forced to play Poppy's Playtime.
Oh, good luck.
That's what it was. The easiest way to summon Minty, mention Poppy's Playtime.
I should have looked up a Rouge pose, actually.
Oh, yeah.
That would have made more sense. I get her, like, Sonic Adventure one.
Poppy Playtime is the autism dog whistle.
Yeah, if you're not into that, like, it's like, meh, and if you're into that, it's like, Let's see. That line didn't make sense. The girl you always call Rogue for some reason.
Rouge.
It's Rouge.
Yeah.
Oh, Rouge the bat, like that.
Yeah.
She's technically kind of got a bunny outfit. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, I had safe search on.
Yeah, with Rouge the Bat. Safe.
I need someone to make Rouge the Bat as white as she is tall.
I can't ask a doctor to draw that. You would if you're not a coward.
This poor woman came out and everyone just had a fucking conniption, I swear.
Oh boy, like
she didn't even do anything.
Boy, oh, you remember the after effects of the Sonic X anime where she was fucking flirting with the cop the whole time?
Bro, I was there for the first round of shit. That was nothing.
It's like a brand new group of people just being like, yo, what?
They did. I was always kind of curious if they were programmed in or they were like actual jiggle physics.
I feel like
I always wanted to test it personally.
I don't feel like that that game was capable of having an engine
like the
to
ears
make
would wiggle back and forth.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if it was like a pre-programmed react and wiggle. Like how physicsed are the bunny ears in Zelda Ocarina of Time, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta wonder.
Yeah.
I would love to actually see someone go into that.
It matched her ear jiggle physics, so maybe. Huh.
I thought the ear jiggle was cute.
Yeah.
The boob jiggle was almost unnoticeable. You had to look.
We need to up the bounce by like 10%.
And they just regretted making her ever since. She has worn more and more clothes every damn game.
She's gonna just show up as a cube with like a paper mask on the front. People are still gonna come unglued.
It's a shame too, because I actually do really dig her design. It's really good design. Like I love bunny outfits. I love, you know, the high heels and the femme fatale look. I love the pink with the white and the black. It looks great.
Plus, like the boots with the heel make it like the bat claws. So.
And the cute little hearts everywhere.
It's good.
It's like Baby's first porn character.
No, Baby's first porn character is the bat from Bloody Roar.
No, it's Rouge. They can't draw that well.
True, but like there were so many people that really liked that bat. And they are all furries now.
Nah, because you have to go younger for first. So it's got to be like the chick from Rescue Rangers or whatever. Gadget.
Yeah, true, Gadget.
Every time I say that, I think of Inspector Gadget.
I'm right, but like 3 people. Yeah, well, you know what? I want Bloody Roar to come back because it was actually a legitimately fun fighting game.
Yeah, but more people have like probably seen something like from a children's cartoon.
Yeah,
they were like, oh fuck, that's hot, before they've seen something in like Bloody Roar that's hot.
Now, which would you think more? the cat in SWAT Cats, the secretary lady. Or is she secretary or mayor? I don't even remember now. It's been so long.
I think it's mayor?
Maybe. But the cat lady from SWAT Cats, the female gargoyle from Gargoyles, or Gadget from Rescue Rangers. Which do you think caused more everything?
I think furries have a lot they owe Gadget more than anything else.
Like, I would that would be an interesting
I really
thing
don't think SWAT Cats, like, it has a fan base, but it, like, didn't do all that well, so I really don't think it had as much influence as you think. But, Rescue Rangers did.
Yeah, definitely. The bird girl from Wind Waker. Huh.
That's weird. I do know, like, that was a lot of guys' first crush.
Yeah, well, especially, like, if you're playing that game as a young kid, she's your age.
Yeah.
Now, what
Mine
about...
was Mewtwo.
Now, what about Splatoon? You think
there's probably a lot of people that liked Splatoon characters. I mean, like, there's like a whole generation now that are going to be influenced by something. Nothing wrong with that.
Splatoon OCs and stuff. They're pretty common now.
Splatoon isn't as big as, like... Thing is, you have things like Roblox now.
True.
There's Roblox porn that looks like Roblox stuff, so... Yeah, it's the first crush, like, fur.
What's funny is, like, as far as cartoon ladies go, I think probably the one that I remember, like, the first is going to be April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles.
I could definitely see that.
People crave the cube. But yeah, like, I really would be interested in some of those ones. Just like, I don't know, maybe like I guess a furry con would screw the results, wouldn't it? But like maybe like
I'm
a
gonna make her
Comic-Con.
top ponytails into ears.
Oh yeah, that'd be cute.
Like goat ears.
Uh-huh.
So she
like
gets
those
to be
big,
a goat.
Like the big long ears.
Yeah, like the ones that twirl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then she'll just have the rest of the hair as actual hair, but those will be her ears.
Yeah, that'd be really cute.
Why is everyone paying me to fucking design their furry sonas? I'm a monster fucker.
Because you're good at it.
I am the fuck not.
Evidence begs to the contrary.
I have designed 2 people's fucking lamb sonas, and they were both like Ewan.
Go for it.
One I had to literally be like, okay, but if I take this away, that's just Ewan.
Go for the April O'Neil joke. Now, that would also be another question. Do you think Ninja Turtles and the characters in it influenced straight guys more or gay guys more?
I think... I'd be curious what was a lot of gay guys' first awakenings.
Yeah.
If it's not fucking that Cowboys from Moo Ranch or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
The Mars, what was it, the mouse one?
No, the ones where it's literally cowboys from like Moo Ranch.
Oh, yeah. Because there was like, around that same time, there was all like the Street Sharks and the Biker Mice from Mars.
Street Sharks look like some weird fetish porn.
Don't they though?
Though I imagine a lot of boys' first crushes might have been He-Man.
Yeah,
He's just got his tits out.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I was thinking.
What's a lot of girls' first crushes? That's something I'd be interested in.
Goliath.
Well, I mean, like, for women.
Yeah.
Like, girls' first crushes on women. I didn't even necessarily realize I was attracted to women. Even, like, the first, like, crack of the egg till I was, like, in high school, so.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't consider that a possibility until then.
Carmen Sandiego. Especially the, because obviously Carmen Sandiego is fun in the TV show, but the animated Carmen Sandiego.
Kim Possible and Shugo, I totally see that. 100%,
yeah.
Adults ship them, which is kind of weird.
I know a lot of people do. There's always that one, like, we keep seeing that one where it's like the one animated one with the lady. Oh man, Ink from Batman Beyond. Definitely did a thing for a lot of people.
I don't know who that is.
Ink from Batman Beyond?
I do not know.
Hold on. I know that rustled a lot of jimmies for a lot of people.
Hey, Tiffy.
Hey, Tiffy.
I don't think Minty's here.
No, I don't think so.
So maybe we'll do Tiffy next.
She would be like body horror, but also extremely manipulative, like Owen.
Oh, I like her design. That's nice.
Yeah, she was a thief that fell in a vat of chemicals. This is what she actually...
God, everyone be falling in a vat of damn chemicals.
This is what
that's hot. That's hotter than her regular design. That's a good design.
This is her kicking him into a wall.
Yeah.
That's her putting on a face to pretend to be people.
That, fucking Mars Queen from the Duck Dodgers show. The chick from Buzz Lightyear Space Command who had big tits but a huge head.
Yeah. TV. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see that because you never really hear about Daria. Might have been some, but I also think girls aren't necessarily visually as triggered as men are, like cis women and cis men.
Yeah, it's really more.
So
like
I imagine it was more personality wise.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like Ink and Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
She's extremely like, she's the femme fatale. She's very manipulative. She's very like talk down to you kind of chick. She's also a monster and body horror.
She sounds like something I'd be into. Let's go.
Yeah.
I imagine a lot of young girls probably like Misty. Misty is kind of like a thing for everyone. Or whatever girl was in their Pokemons.
No, I mean a lot of people like that.
I mean, it's supposed to be cliche. That's what we're like trying to figure out for the most part.
How much damage do you think the Totally Spies did?
Totally Spies did like irreversible damage. And I'm really surprised, even being a Teletoons, that they got away from that, got away with that.
Yeah, they got away with so much.
Like, I know it's Canadian, but like, damn. I also watched that show. I actually really liked it growing up, because it was kind of like a magical girl American show.
It really was.
Yeah, you didn't really get that.
It was like Maho,
in the States.
Maho Shoujo 007.
Yeah, that was cool. And I liked all the gadgets.
Yeah. Dexter's mom.
I don't know how much that would trigger for lesbians.
Yeah.
I am so curious now. It was a bunch of like, specifically like, I'm attracted to girls for like lesbian and bi girls growing up. And I imagine like a lot of it. The thing is like the ones stereotypical, because like for boys, it's like cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Which are fairly young. But for girls, it tends to be more later teens. Like it, like I think of I know one girl's was She-Ra, like OG She-Ra, that girl from Danny Phantom, but like Xena and stuff like that, which you don't really watch that till you're like a tween or in your 10s or so. Yeah.
That's why I was thinking more like characters, the voices definitely work a lot.
I know Daria triggered a lot of girls.
I still think, I wonder how much of an overlap there is for the what is it, Demona, the female gargoyle. I still think there's probably a lot of overlap there.
I never really see a ton of porn of her.
Not anymore.
I see a lot of porn of the lady in the show.
Yeah, because everybody ships Goliath with the lady.
I see porn of Goliath. I actually don't see a lot of her.
Yeah, because she usually ships a knife with Goliath. Timon and Pumbaa, that's for the gays.
I really loved Timon when I was little.
Oh yeah, well you married one, honey. Wait, no, you married Pumbaa.
I did, yeah. I guess I'm Timon. I really like Mercats.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And Ricky Gervais at the time. He got kind of fucked later, but...
I'm sitting there trying to think of like the different shows I watched growing up and stuff. Like I said, I know that like April O'Neil is like the cliched one, but I wonder how many ladies liked.
How cliche is liking Mewtwo? Because that was mine. And then it was Blackboard Greymon, and then it was Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Okay. Well, a lot of those are the same voice.
Damn, I love sad boys.
A lot of those were the same voice together.
I used to think I liked bad boys, but then I liked Sans, and I was like, oh no, I just like sad men.
Suddenly her joy around Starscream made a lot more sense.
I didn't like Starscream till I saw the thing about Starscream by Lindsay Ellis, and I was like, I need to invest myself in Starscream. Starscream stocks are going up.
It's because he's pathetic.
Yes.
One of these days, Starscream is gonna win. He's just gonna get a win for something, and it's gonna completely ruin him. He's not gonna know what to do.
He did win though. He like took over when Megatron got destroyed in the movie, and then the whole place got destroyed. He won for like 5 seconds and fucked it up.
Cause he can't win.
He's an idiot.
It's like with the Wile E. Coyote. Like, Wile E. Coyote is not allowed to win. It is a fundamental thing of the character.
I really want to know what a bunch of women's, like, you can be attracted to women's. My awakening to that wasn't even a character. It was a song. Yeah. It was like, oh shit, you can like girls.
Oh man.
And Wicked.
Well, yeah, Wicked. God. What's her name? Black Arachnia in Beast Wars.
I didn't watch that growing up, but I could see it. Yeah,
oh boy,
she was pretty cool.
I guarantee you, when it was Black Arachnia, and the moment that Thunderhawk showed up, and she was just bent him around her legs, that probably did it for a lot. I wonder how many, because Beast Wars had a lot of good characters in there. So. Right up until Optimus Prime with the surfboard. No, actually, that was a lot of fun in that part of the show. It's just fucking goofy as shit. I'm not even sure if they were selling toys for that part. I know, haha, it's a toy vessel, but, I'm not even sure if they had toys for some of that stuff.
It feels like that sometimes. I'm still fucking pissed about She-Ra,
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of our best rated things we've ever done. Yeah, but also, it's not
there was
merch.
One doll made for, the show was obviously, teen. But there was one doll made for, 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's what the fuck? And I wasn't even that big a fan, but the fact that, you would know a new He-Man product was coming out, or a new He-Man show was coming out, because they already had product lined up, and the fact that She-Ra got nothing fucking pisses me off, and it did better. Hell, does anyone remember all the He-Man ones that came out? They were okay, but they passed, but there was a fucking fan base for She-Ra.
Like the Netflix He-Man when Evil Lynn had, the newer form where she took her helmet off. They already had a toy lined up for that shit. Yep.
So fuck that reveal, I guess.
Yeah.
But She-Ra, I think they had, some action figures. There's, prototypes that they never sold. And I think that's the most, because I think I have seen, something talk about that. But they had one doll for, 4-year-olds to, do her hair and shit.
TV like Dinobot. Called it.
I like Digimon.
It's because Dinobot had teeth and a deep growling voice. Yeah,
I wasn't a random. I like her as a character, but I was not a simp for her. I thought her design was really cool.
Yeah, that's because you thought her personality was hot. You could care less about everything else.
I don't know. She's interesting, and I like how she works with Rika. But honestly, she doesn't really rustle my jimmies in any real way.
Impmon.
Impmon's
there
great.
You go.
I love him so much.
You're trashed with the Brooklyn
I would be
accent.
more attracted to Impmon than Renamon, honestly.
I know.
God, he's so pathetic. I love him. His I cannot. Whenever I rewatch Tamers, because I do sometimes, because it's fucking good. Shut up. I have to watch it with the dub. I cannot go without fucking Brooklyn Impmon. Fuck that. I am not living without that.
If he doesn't sound like Danny DeVito, it just doesn't do it.
I know, right? The tired old dude who ran Hypnos in that was kind of hot. Now that I'm older, I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
Hey, you look tired and overworked and underfunded. How are you doing?
Oh, Roxanne from Goofy Movie. Yeah,
oh, yeah. And the mom from Goof Troop.
Yeah. Now, how many people like Petey, though?
There is a subset of gay men who do like Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I could kind of go for Pete. He's kind of a fucking pathetic man who thinks too much of himself, honestly.
He's a chubby goober who loves him kid and winning.
I do love chubby goobers, I have to admit. But yeah, he's really popular with that subset of men Furries, gay male furries who like chubbier guys.
Yeah, makes sense.
I've seen lots of works with him.
Was Goofy. There you go.
Goofy's cute.
Man, people like Goofy. I got married.
Goofy is not someone I would like fap to, but he is definitely someone I would marry.
Yeah, see? There you go.
That's what Goofy feels like.
Yeah. That's why I'm here. Not kink shaming, just kink asking why. Hi, Bard.
I mean, Goof Troop Goofy was he was a good dad. He worked hard.
He did his best.
He was a little dweeb. It's adorable. Women like men who can make them laugh. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be really popular with gay guys. I think they'd all go for Pete.
Yeah, I think they'd go for Pete more than...
I think Goofy's got like a little tummy.
Hey.
I used to watch a lot of those like informational videos, the old ones, because I love old cartoons in general, with Goofy doing like a normal guy, and you got like road rage and smoking and all that shit, skiing. I love those.
Okay, so Bugs Bunny, more for straights or more for queer?
For trans people in general.
Yeah. Now, Daffy
Boys
Duck.
goals.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fucking line is for Daffy Duck with people, honestly. I could not tell you. I'm sorry.
Daffy Duck canonically wears pearls.
He does.
They look good.
At least in the newer one, yeah.
Uh-huh. Pete gives you excitement, but Goofy gives you stability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete's the trash man you would date.
You would.
Goofy's the man you'd marry.
Uh-huh.
And you'd probably still be friends with Pete.
Daffy Duck is more a matter of opinion. Yeah. I think Daffy is filling the void of Gonzo these days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's Gonzo? Yes.
I keep thinking of, like, the character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Muppet is fuckable.
Fosse.
I'm already married to one. I don't need another. I don't know. I'd probably be more into Gonzo himself, though. I like weird, creative people.
Yeah. Oh, Fozzie's
I feel like Gonzo would potentially, like... Isn't he, like, married to a chicken?
Yes.
I figure he'd either be that or ace.
Yeah.
I would imagine... I think he's asexual, but not aromantic. I could think he's a romantic. He's definitely a romantic, but I would consider him probably, like, on the ace spectrum, personally.
Alf. Alf. I think Alf counts as a Muppet.
Yeah, why not?
He is, and her name
there
is
you go.
Carissa. Yeah. I think Alf counts. One other.
Yeah. I would not count Alf.
Alf eats cat.
I've never seen anything with Alf, honestly. I know who he is and like where he came from, but I've never been part of that loop.
Yeah. I think that was a little before our time.
Yeah, I was way too young. And I was actually like, I had a bit of an overprotective mom, so I was actually into adult stuff a little later than most people. That, and I just love animation, so I didn't even care. Did not matter to me. I wanted to watch Digimon and Metabots.
Yeah, Metabots.
Metabots!
Heck yeah.
That's good fucking shit. It's so stupid. I still think you should cosplay as the referee.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I was born in 1988.
Yeah. Little too early. Oh man, speaking of things that I know is very much for a specific subset of folks, the King Arthur and the Knights of Justice cartoon.
I've never seen it.
I guarantee you that did in a lot of gay guys.
It killed them?
One way or the other. King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, the whole premise of it is something happens, King Arthur and the knights are debilitated. Merlin's like, fuck it, I need some replacements. So he steals a bus full of high school football players. Just straight up isekais these motherfuckers.
Isekai, motherfuckers!
And he's like, hey, good news and bad news. Good news is you get to live. Your bus didn't blow up or something. Bad news is you're all going to have to pretend to be King Arthur and the Knights or else everything goes bad. Good luck.
Bogus, dude.
How do your powers work? I don't know. Figure it out. This motherfucker gave them nothing. It was like, hey, you better save the world.
Guess you better save the world, bitches.
Yeah. Like, zero hesitation. Yes, Queen, give them nothing. Like, what the fuck, Merlin? You couldn't help them or anything? Like, nah. And of course, they all have horses, except for two guys who have artillery pieces.
These days, I imagine kids are more like, their first love is probably a video game character.
Yeah, I could see that. That one unfortunate whose favorite is G-Man from Half-Life.
It's me.
Awakening a whole new crop of people that like nothing but tired old men.
Oh, I love tired old men. Oh, they're my favorite.
See? Found another one.
It's me. I would fuck G-Man. I bet he's got some weird shit going on, too.
Yes, he's an interdimensional alien.
Yeah, that's hot.
He, as far as we can tell, exists outside of time and space. But also, he works a fucking job.
Don't we all?
Oh, Alf was not made by Jim Henson. Huh, okay.
So it's not officially a Muppet, but I would categorize it in that. If like you, it's like
it's
looking
the way
up porn. And
yeah,
stuff
it's like the way Tedo is a Vocaloid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. I think it counts. Lara Croft. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
there we go. There's one Bioawakening.
Yep. What about
Remember
Samus?
when people used to be fucking excited that women were in video games because they got to look at women?
Yeah, right?
I miss that. Now all they whine about is women in games.
He was also sometimes a dwarf in a suit. Awesome.
So am I, you don't know.
Yeah, I think like, I feel like Samus would definitely, like Metroid, would definitely count.
I guess my first video game one would be Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't think I really had one before that.
What about Zelda?
Never really actually all that into Zelda.
Or Link, I suppose.
Well, just in the series. Like, I enjoy it, but I've never been like a huge fan, especially not when I was younger. I was into Spyro.
Well, you're a furry now.
I wish I was a furry. Wish I was a furry, not a hetero.
I wouldn't have to mess with...
I'm not a hetero either. I'm a monster fucker. I was like, am I a furry? Because like, people consider me, I guess, a furry artist because I do Cult of Lamb stuff. But I was like, am I a furry? I really love Cult of Lamb. But then I played Nine Souls and was like fucking disgusted when Yi took off his clothes. And I was like, ah! And like the half-naked lady in a towel was making me uncomfortable, the cat lady. But then she turned into a giant monster and I was like, oh! And I was like, no. I'm sorry, I'm not a furry. I'm a monster fucker.
Found what does it.
This is like legit exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
Wife's just like, found what does it for me.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to your first time here.
What a horrible thing to start with. I'm so sorry.
We have been talking about what people's like first either straight or non-straight awakening was in either cartoon characters or video games.
I still want to eat pushy.
Because he's a tired old man despite being like a teenager.
He's a child. He's like a child with the eyes of a 40-year-old middle manager in a black company, and I love it.
He looks like he would be shown on that Cells at Work Black.
I am so surprised that game did not hit it off with the furries because they were baiting them hard. One man is giant mustard and completely naked at one point.
Uh-huh.
And like the fucking shots on his ass.
And that furry lady.
Oh yeah, there's just so many of them.
Wolf Link, or there's just cross-reference because of Midna. Yeah. A lot of people like Midna. What's really funny is to find out if they like tall Midna or short Midna.
I think she's cute, but I also like the tall one. I don't like her in that way. I just think she's fun as hell.
Yeah.
Just a little cunt, and I like that.
Just a little fucking goblin.
There you go. They're a cashmere goat.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Charmander has a cool design. Yeah, I like her as a goblin.
It's
personally.
a really good design.
It suits her personality a lot too. So
it was like one of the last good Zelda games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure someone's gonna get mad at me for that.
Oh man, so Switch 2 put out the Switch 2 version of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, because Nintendo doesn't learn, a lot of stuff in Tears of the Kingdom is frame rate dependent.
Oh God!
No, actually, kind of funny.
Oh.
So what people have been finding out is the hilarious, goofy ass contraptions they were making in the original version now just completely fucking break the game because it's frame rate dependent.
Sure.
So this one guy was like, hey, guess what? Here's a laser. And you could just erase the bosses because now instead of 30 frames a second, it's 60. So it's doubling the damage or more.
That makes sense.
Why is it frame rate dependent?
What fucking year are we that shit's frame rate dependent? I fucking swear.
Like, what the fuck?
Are we on the PlayStation 2, for God's sakes? Like, what the hell?
This is why in like the new Resident Evil remakes, if you have the knife and you just crank your frame rate up, you can just kill the bosses with it. Because why is it frame rate dependent? That's stupid. Oh yeah, fanfics. Fanfics got a lot of people. You know, forums, fanfics, AO3, all that kind of stuff.
Man, I remember when you had to get fanfics on specific sites.
Mm.
I remember when I had to print them out off of fanfiction.net.
I still, see, for me, I was both in forums and stuff like that, but it was also on Furcadia, which is still around. So that tells you...
It refuses to die.
Furcadia is, as far as I know, the longest running MMO at this point. Like,
it refuses to die.
In death, in time, even death may die, but not Furcadia, apparently. RuneScape, still going for some stuff, but like Furcadia, still Furcadia. I wonder if that
Thankfully, no one knows my account on fanfiction.net because I cannot remember the password to delete shit.
That sounds right.
And it's under a different pen name that I had, so ha ha ha. The first thing that I read fanfiction on that wasn't just a computer or a laptop that had to be set in a specific room was my PlayStation Portable. That I got my dad to hook up to the Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just like, oh my god, I can lay in my bed and read fanfictions. This is just luxurious as shit. It was so nice.
I remember, so like,
it was about the only thing you could do on it too, because it was not good.
So with the PSP, that's how I played my first ever Monster Hunter game. And I found out that you could actually play that Monster Hunter game online, but to do it, you needed a PlayStation.
Damn.
Because you needed to hook it to the PlayStation and have the PlayStation pretend to be a router for the PSP to play Monster Hunter. Because that's how the Monster Hunter game worked.
I miss Quizilla. Quizilla was fun.
Ooh, Inuyasha fanfics. Yeah, that would have been back in the day.
I think by the time I had my PSP, I was into Tales of the Abyss and Dis the Rose and Jade.
Hey.
My first pathetic man / evil dom.
Yeah.
And that game is still fucking great and I will still fight for it.
What's funny is...
I want more characters in your party that are objectively the most evil characters in the entire fucking game.
And also possibly hate you.
Oh yeah, that's what's worse. Like, of course he doesn't hate me because he's, like, a sociopath. He doesn't have the means to hate me.
Some of the stuff that I used to look up online, like... And I'm not gonna say this much because, like, the website literally doesn't exist anymore kind of thing. But I used to be on VCL, which was kind of like DeviantArt, that kind of thing. but it would be like the live journal version of DeviantArt.
I had a live journal.
It was the most like obtrusive, terrible to use fucking website. Like not obtrusive, but unintuitive. Mm-hmm. There's no UI. Fuck you. Figure it out. Like, you want to find your favorite artist? Scroll down 10,000 listings of hyperlinks.
You used to have to do that. That's why I don't know why anyone's still on 4chan. It sounds annoying as shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like we have better crap. The first porn I ever saw on the internet was Sonato porn on a Yahoo group.
Yeah. There was like VCL was primarily the domain of furries, but I did see plenty of other like cartoon characters like Sonic and stuff in there too. It was really wild to see like what you'd find, because most of the time the website was so terrible, like you would just be finding stuff at random because you could just click a name and see what art they do. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't like a featured page or like something like that. It was like, nah, bro, here's your list of the links. Go. Like,
part of me is glad we don't live like that anymore, but there is a certain a bit that's lost because of it.
Oh yeah.
Just the like finding things.
Like I know
everything's so homogenized now.
I know some of those artists like are probably either no longer arting or in some like obscure corner of the internet that you will never find them again. Like that shit is lost. And you know,
or they're dead.
Or dead.
It's been a long time.
But like just finding some of those artists at all was like finding a treasure. Like it was like stumbling across something that was really fascinating. So,
I still love finding new artists.
Yeah, so like I kind of miss that on a level, just because like it really was just like bothering. Yes.
Ow! I got surprised.
I got her with the squeaky mallet. But like, yeah, there's just, I don't know, something about that was just a lot of fun.
The fact that everything's now on like 3 websites, so it's starting to fall apart now because of fucking Twitter.
Because of idiots.
But it's there's something lost in that.
Mm-hmm.
You only get what's in the algorithm for those sites. One of the reasons I'm kind of glad Blue Sky doesn't have really an algorithm. Same with Tumblr.
It really doesn't.
I want to see the things I look for. The most I want in an algorithm is like, you like this is more things under that tag. Mm-hmm. Or you follow this person, they liked or retweeted this thing.
Yeah.
I much rather have that than any form of like, here's what we think you might like. It's like, no, you fucking don't.
Don't you want this? No. Why would I want that?
I don't browse TikTok because I hate how it's constantly like making noise at you.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that, so I do not browse around TikTok at all, but I will post my speed paints on there because sometimes they'll get like a little bit of interaction, and that's still a social media I want people to find me on. But apparently TikTok thinks because of that, the only videos it suggests to me are like the stuff that's really popular, which is like the religious quotes and stuff like that. Yeah. To my fucking atheist, pessimistic ass, it's like, no, bro.
Ding dong, you're wrong.
No. You think since I post speed paints, it would be like,
art
oh,
people.
You like art stuff. It's like, but no, it doesn't care, even though that's the tags and shit I put in it. It's like, oh, well, you're not actually actively watching any videos, because I fucking hate that it just starts showing you fucking videos when you start up that I didn't choose. So it's already trying to cater an algorithm that I didn't consent to, that doesn't affect me. So I hate that just right off the bat.
Yeah.
But the fact that they, like, expect me to participate in that, I'm not doing it. Just, I post things.
Like, let me turn off.
I post my videos. I wish you could turn off autoplay.
Yeah, like that's.
Because it scares the shit out of me to start with.
That's the one thing. Just let me turn off autoplay. And
let me just look through someone's thing at the thumbnails and choose what I wish to consume.
Like, you want to have this algorithm to keep me looking at stuff. Well, guess what? None of the shit that you're recommending to me is any good because you just fucking started throwing the blender in my face.
We talk about, like, how poorly people these days are at catering their own internet experience, but it's because of shit like that.
Yeah, there's also a lot of, it's like, you're forced to it.
How do you cater yourself when they're already shoving shit in your face you didn't consent to? I don't like it. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I don't like to watch media I didn't consent to and then have that put as like, oh, you'll want more of this. It's like, no the fuck I don't.
Yeah, and then like, and how do you like, you can't pry that recommendation out of their fucking claw. Like, I can't.
And then everyone watches the same thing because they're all recommended the same thing. Like, because you're recommended what they already showed to you. So then you don't find anyone new, and that's no fun.
Like, listening to music, and it'll keep trying to like cram some of these songs in there. And I'm just like, bro, I have literally told you that I don't want to listen to this song. I don't want to listen to this artist. Like, what the fuck else can I do? I have no way to tell you to stop. But now because you've played it, it's like, this is one of the ones that you play. So we're going to play it more.
I know, I hate it.
Like, no, fuck off.
And they do that specifically so they can make you listen to the stuff they want you to listen to.
Yeah.
Because they don't really care about giving you, like, a decent experience. They care about selling you things. And some people paid money to be on here. And everyone else likes it, so you'll probably like it.
Especially with some of the stuff, it's just like, you're doing this piss poorly, and you're expecting me to also give you money.
Also, I'm not like other girls, but I am a weird motherfucker.
Yeah.
The shit I like is probably not the shit you're showing me.
Yeah.
Trust me. I'm not even being like, I'm better because I like something different. No, I'm fucking stupid. I have my weird hyperfixations, and I stick to those. You cannot convince me otherwise. It will not work. The only thing I want... That's it, like, on YouTube. Like, the only shorts I watch are, like, cat videos and sheep videos. And they're like, do you want these other videos? No.
No.
I do not. I want cats. You know, if you're going to give me anything, give me cats. That's all I care about. If I'm watching short-form videos, you're going to give me adorable animals. And they better not be hurt.
Or possibly one pink idiot.
Yeah, but I follow her, though. Yeah, actually, like, from people I follow and seeing their little clips and stuff, that's cute.
Yeah.
But I legit follow that person, so of course I want to see their content. I followed them. Sometimes it's hard to even get that.
Oh, she particularly likes...
Sometimes, yeah, I do like the giant lesbian woman who shears the sheep, but I also like Nate the Hoof Guy, where they do the hoof treatments on cows and stuff. I don't know, that feeds my picking instinct. But I also just like sheeps making noise. They're cute. I like them.
The hoof videos can be kind of gross for some people, but to me it just looks like potatoes.
Sheep and goats. I like sheep and goats. They're just so cute and they scream. That's adorable.
They do. Pick up the goat, he screamed.
Yeah. I love cats. I'm allergic to cats, so I can't have one. So I want to look at pictures of cats.
Like Nikki cats.
I just love them screaming.
Nikki cats just whapping away.
Oh yeah, I do follow that one lady who has like, I can't imagine how much fucking money she has, but she's got multiple Nikki cats and she takes them for little baths.
And gives them eggies.
I won't watch people being mean to their cats, but I will watch people with obviously very happy cats.
Yeah, ferrets are a lot of fun.
They're also very cute. They're not my bag, but they're very cute.
I love two rats. I think they're so fun. And foxes.
Foxes, I've definitely been watching more videos of lately.
It's because you found out that they are, in fact, gremlins, and also they have wiggles.
I told him if, like, we get a house, which we're hopefully maybe gonna get. It depends if we have to flee the country or not. But I told him, like, if we get a house and we have a backyard and we have, like, a little, gated-in porch, I would not be against getting a fox. Because I know they're his favorite.
They're a lot of fun, but you definitely need to have them in an area
where they're not
going to
be inside without being watched. Because they will destroy the entire fucking house.
Just literally peel a couch. There's just wood and a pile.
I would rather than being like, I guess if it's a bred fox, like those ones that were bred for the furs and stuff like that. Just like a rescue or something like that. I would be fine with that. As long as they're being healthily bred, I don't mind. And I would rather adopt.
Yeah. Foxes are not stinky.
Probably no stinkier than any other animal.
It's the same as like a ferret. They have a thing that you get it removed at the vet. But they're also just like, They're wiggly. They chew on things.
They squirm.
They scram. They will absolutely peel your couch if they're bored. Like they'll
do it anyway.
They need enrichment and they need handling. And
all right, since Tiffy's here, we'll do Tiffy next.
Mm-hmm. And depending on the state you're in, some places you need a license, some places you don't. But also sometimes the state says you don't need a license and the county does. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, we would obviously do research ahead of time.
Yeah. My
I definitely want a dog.
My grandparents had a fox because of my alcoholic uncle who bought it from a fur farm. And so they had a fox. And it was a lot of fun. And when they moved to Virginia from Minnesota, Virginia said, nah, you're good. And Portsmouth said, you need a license. So they couldn't get a license because the state said they didn't need one, but the city said they did. He did. Yeah, he bought it from a fur farm because he wanted a fox. Because the guy was a raging alcoholic, but very much loved animals. And just bought it off them.
I mean, is there that much demand for fur these days?
Enough that there was a fur farm that he got it from.
I don't necessarily I don't think farming in itself is necessarily bad as long as the animals are treated well. I think it's just like I personally would rather live on a farm for less years if it meant starving out in the middle of nowhere.
Not starving, yeah.
But, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But if they're mean to them, I don't want them at the farm.
Yeah. But like that. Initially, that's why more and more people have started having foxes, was because of them breeding them to be more handleable at fur farms. And then they started mutating because that's what happens when you start breeding animals. They started getting the same mutations as dogs.
If you go far enough away from this image, I thought for a second that these were her tits. Like just this whole thing.
Yeah. Just anime booba.
It's like, oh my god. And I was like, wait, I've drawn this character before. I know that's not real.
But I got to handle that fox a lot. It was very fun. I had a lot of enjoyment from that. It was a very good experience. And then because they couldn't keep it in Portsmouth, they did give it to a animal rescue place. It was a place that rescued like wolves and things there in Virginia, but also they took in other, wild critters, especially ones that were like that, were a little more presentable to people.
If I had like really good money, that would be one thing I'd do is start an animal rescue.
Mm-hmm. So that fox got to live. God, it lived. I want to say 20 years. It lived really long.
I didn't live that long.
Yeah, I would have to look that up because I know that they had it back when I visited them in Minnesota, and I'm not so sure. Oh yeah, silver fox. Yeah, that's my own fault. How long do they live? Mm, 10 to 12 years? That sounds right, but it seemed like it lived longer than that. Might have just been because it was like 12 years. I was very young, so. But yeah, no. Lived for a full long life and then got to go live at a cool farm and be looked at and petted and paid attention to even more. So it's in hog heaven.
Steal people's shoelaces.
Little fuck ass. It would straight up. It would lean against you like a cat being all cute and you're like, hello. And you look down and it's untied your fucking shoes.
Yeah, apparently they do that on that Fox Island too.
And it would sit there and it would just like nibble its way along the seam on your jeans, trying to see if it could undo them. Like they're just little bastards. They're so cool. I really enjoyed being around it so much. And they had their
You got treats in your pockets. We'll take your pants apart.
They had a terrier at the time that would run around with it and stuff, and that fox was way smarter than that dog. So like they'd be running circles around something, and then the fox would like hop up and let the dog run by, and then just tackle it because the dog was still running. Because we running, I'm being chased, so we running.
That was one of the things they have on their sign. It's like secure all your shit because the foxes will take it.
Yeah, there's that one with the picture of the "Do not let foxes in." There's a fox on the other side of the sign, just looking like.
I do what I want.
Steal your camera until you give them treats. Yeah, I mean, like, I would be highly susceptible to give them treats, so they would recognize me as one of their own. And they're just really like, I just really enjoyed them. And I don't think they have any more smell than like a ferret or things like that, because they are
they are an animal. Like, yeah. All animals have a certain smell.
They're wild-ish, but like, you know, with the because of the fur farms and stuff breeding them, a lot more of them have started to have those like familiar mutations. You know, the chest diamond, the tail stuff. How did you get into Cult of the Lamb? Nebula asks.
I actually saw the demo for it before it came out on Alpha Beta Gamer. And I downloaded that and played it on a stream. Immediately when I saw it, I knew I would fucking love it. Because I love cute things, and I love horror and satanic stuff, and it is like the perfect mix of both. It is just so precious. When I first saw Fornius on the demo, I had to like stop mid-stream because I was just dying because she was so damn cute. And round and fat, she's so precious. But I didn't really get into the fan base itself until right after the update where you could start bringing in the rest of the bishops into your cult. And
the second one, you can have a disc under if you want, or get creative. The reference photo for that second one has grass.
Yeah. Because the night I streamed that, because I already played it and I adored it. I knew about Narilam and stuff like that, like I had seen fan art. And I was like, that's a good ship, but I hadn't really gotten balls deep into it or anything. I wasn't doing fan art. I did one piece of fan art before I started just my obsession with it. And I think I still have it, actually. Let me see. But the night I streamed that, the stream ended at 8, and at 10, my mom actually died that night, right after that stream. And while we were, I'm the oldest of 3, and while we were dealing with her after-death care and the body and stuff, which I was trying to do so my sisters wouldn't have to put up with it, like I didn't want them to get into that. One of the things I did in the meantime was play Cult of the Lamb, because Cult of the Lamb has such a... I remember, I think you were the first one to stream the full game. Maybe I don't have it anymore. Maybe it's in fan art. You accidentally played like an hour longer than you meant to, because it's just such like...
The gameplay loop on it.
The gameplay loop on it is so perfect. It's downright distracting. Like, it'll keep you from thinking about just about anything. So it really was the like, while I was waiting for like the crematorium to call me back and stuff about my mom's body and things. It was the thing I played, and I played that whole update for it during that. And since then, since it was such like a, I actually have a tattoo of it because that I designed because it was such a big help during that time to like remind me how art can help people no matter what situation they're in, and no matter how unrelated to it is. Sometimes just a nice piece of like fan art helps you. But because of that, you know, I had a lot of time on my hands at the time that I did not want to think about my mom. Yeah. So I, you know, started like making fan characters and building up a thing, and it just became a giant... It was my Cult of the Lamb comic with Ewan was originally only supposed to be like 3 comics that were maybe like 3 pages each, like as far as like cropping them and stuff like that. And it just got the fuck away from me, man.
Whoops.
Whoops! Because I kept wanting to add things. It was supposed to be, why did you not sacrifice me? The confession booth, and then the marriage proposal. And that was going to be legit it. But I just got so into this character, I got to the point where during the like finality of the big part of the plot, yeah, that's really how it went. I was literally like covering my face in shame and embarrassment from like what I had drawn, because my husband was like spell checking it for me and stuff, and I was like, oh god, he's gonna know how much I put into this character of myself. Jesus Christ, help.
And I did.
Oh, I was so embarrassed. It's like, oh, he knows all this shit. Damn it.
This is only going to be a 3-page comic, so that was a lie.
Yeah, it happens. It's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it means it's kind of disorganized, but...
No more so than a lot of shonen writers, and they make their whole fucking manga around it, so...
And then a bunch of furries found me, because I was drawing a thick-ass lamb, apparently. I didn't even necessarily intended them to be thick. I just thought they should be short and chubby, because Narendra was tall and skinny and look cute together.
Good contrast.
I wanted them to look cute and adorable with big eyes and, like, squishy body, because then you'd underestimate them, and you think they're just this nice little thing, and they're actually a huge cunt.
So speaking of... like different
huge cunts.
Speaking of different body types, I don't know them, so I don't know if one of them is a huge cunt. There was a 7-foot guy today at work, just fucking door frame looking dude, and his 5-foot wife.
Cute. People loved it when I did it for Undertale too, with the Skellies.
Yeah.
They also liked my squish. My squish is very popular. I will always do squish. Everything I do, squish.
Just look at the thighs that she draws on Uin. That little bit.
I did a whole like AU for Little Nightmares too, actually 2 that kind of got away from me. But I was kind of just like spitballing at that time. The ring one though was Ring Finger AU was intended, and that was small. It was only like 3 comics. Aww. And it did finish itself, so I was very glad that that one turned out well.
They got into your art specifically because you're Narendra.
Yay! My pathetic little man!
Yay!
Yay! I draw mine like skinny and stuff. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a like tum, but at best like it'd be considered like quote unquote skinny fat, but really it's just his stomach isn't concave anymore.
Skin and bones.
Yeah. I think it fits like with the death thing, but I'm trying to unlolly this picture in like real time. I don't know if anyone's noticed because of the reference.
Oh, the profligate thighs got them.
Oh, he came up with that.
Yeah.
He's very good at puns.
Just the way his dialogue is written made me go, oh, no, that's because of me.
Yeah, that's him. Oh no, he's very good at that kind of shit. He's very good at dialogue. Dialogue is like my weakest thing.
Wife's always like, you're a service top, and then I'll say the most fucking
Oh, he is such a
thing.
service top, man. He's the kind of top who can't finish unless you have quite a few times. He's just like that.
Oh, she loves to do squishy and curvy, especially like that little bit of squish at the top of like thigh highs. Like that kind of stuff. That's her jam.
I need to do more
stockings.
I need to do more Fornius and Haket so I can do some chubby characters real nice. But I just keep going back to my little fuckers.
My little asshole, look at this asshole. You have no choice. He's your favorite little fuck ass.
They're just fun to write. They're fun to draw together.
She's working on a fun one of the ant too.
Oh yeah, I'm working on some Sozo porn.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a I guess it's a burnout, but it only lasted for like 3 days, so. And I seem to be getting back onto shit.
Mm-hmm.
After finishing, like, the really big, like, peak of the comic, if I do anything more for it, it might be, like, some character expansion, character moments, and maybe the wedding. But basically the story is told in that, so my brain, I think, was like, okay, we're done now.
We finished it. I'm good.
So it's like, okay, I put all my heart and soul in that. I'm done now.
Time for a nap. Art hibernation.
I mean, I could have made them thicker if you wanted. I kind of like the twink look to them, though. They came kind of like, that one, I like the Prince vibe they had to them.
Mm-hmm.
It was real nice.
It's a fun vibe.
Yeah, you don't see that as much. It also kind of goes with the whole, like, agender thing. Because Prince vibe can be as much with, like, masculine women as feminine men.
Yeah.
So I thought it was actually a pretty good, like, vibe for a lamb to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
That I hadn't necessarily seen around, so...
Yeah, that little...
That's another thing. You kind of want to, like... You want to try something you haven't seen.
You know, shifty little spoiled prince is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they get their comeuppance.
Mm-hmm.
Or just wrecked. Both work. How does someone type of prostheticist? I don't really type prosthetic that often. Wouldn't say.
Proboscis.
Welcome back.
You.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Wow.
Dies.
Just falls over dead. That was weird. Anyways. I still like the idea, like the hand puppet just like constantly dying, but then like another one comes in from off stage in a different direction. Like, oh man, sucks to be that guy. Anyways.
I've done a few personas over the years, but this one is probably my favorite.
Super fluffy, always fun. Extreme fluff. I just like fluffy things. I think it's fun. You always say about character design, but you designed mine. You designed
yeah, it took me a long time. It's not that... I don't want to say I'm good at character design, but I like to, like, stew on them.
Moths are a lot of fun. She
I
loves
do like
Mothra.
moths. And Mothman. And you can always just make a monster if you want. Like, that's what I did. Do you think, like, this is a creature in any book? You can just make shit up. No one will stop you. You could do whatever you want.
Illuminated manuscript for Sana.
I did a Mothman design that was kind of like half moth, half owl. Because who cares?
Yeah. Bees are always morally correct. It's true.
I have the fucking tablet pen. I can do what I want.
I make the choices here.
And no one can stop me. Mwah ha 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 ha.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the artist now.
I think I've heard of it. I have no idea.
Pink Dot Burger? No, not that I recall.
These eyes are too low with the damn chibi words. I know there's like the Big Top Casino in Vegas, which is like the oldest one there, and it's full of clowns. I don't like it. Like the murderer?
Big Top Burger. Why do I know that? Oops, if I can spell burger. Oh, that's why I recognize it.
Oh yeah, that artist. Oh okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They do stuff.
I was like, I feel like I recognize that. I did. BD Cooper, the guy that stole money and jumped out of the plane.
Oh, that guy. Not the murderer. Most of the things I know about him murders.
It's true. She's very big on horrible things.
That's true. Not into true crime, really.
Yeah.
I feel like people doing horrible things. It's interesting. Humans are wild.
Humans do lots of weird things, like constantly going into holes in the ground and dying. Why they do it, who knows? They can't help themselves. Got perfectly good surface right here. Instead, gotta go in the ground. Ah, this sure looks like a place where I'd have to breathe out in order to go around the turn. I better make sure to do that a lot until I die in the dark. Clown-themed casino in Vegas.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest ones. I forget what it's called. It's like a circus or something. But like it's one of the longest running ones. It was built in like the 70s and stuff. And I think it's technically the cheapest one there. There is, yeah. That one's in Nevada, not necessarily mainland Vegas.
How close is it to the borderline to where you could have brothels? Because there might be some overlap with clowns.
Oh no, it's like a clown hotel / museum. It's pretty cool, actually. Like if we went to Vegas, I would probably stay there. It depends on how far it is from like the stuff I want to see on the strip, which is like art, junk, and museums. Let's face it, I ain't going to no casinos. I would not. Fuck that shit. I hate clowns. I ain't fucking no clowns. Not thanks to Homestuck. Nope.
Hear the ominous squeaking from down the hall.
No. I refuse.
Well, I don't want that one.
I would feel so awkward to like do a brothel thing unless I had like a very specific fetish, I guess. Or I was really, really lonely. It would be so hard to work up to that.
Yeah. You'd have to do a lot of work.
You'd have to be dead.
Yeah, that's fair. I was gonna say you'd have to do a lot of working up to that just from like the social amount that you'd have to do.
Oh my god, we were talking last night because we're open to having like a third person in our relationship, like polyamory style. But we both like always said we have to agree on it and we'd have to both like them enough and I have to be comfortable enough because I'm a fucking cat and I'm not comfortable with anybody. But I was joking with him last night is like we're gonna get like a third person and he knows me so damn well by every noise and thing I make just in general. Not even like in the bedroom, just in general. And he's gonna like sit over me while I'm fucking tied up in the bed and be like the fucking crocodile hunter telling the other person what the fucking do, baby? And I'm just gonna be like fucking muffled or something and so damn mad.
Right, you can tell by the pitch that she's a bit miffed, but if you touch her right here, she'll make an A chord.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Watch, you can normally only hear the sound from an 80s synth, but if you do this and this, you can tune your harmonica.
I hate you. I'm getting a divorce. This is gonna lead to our divorce.
Like a theme tune with Mel sounds.
He's gonna like have to explain to them my basic like I'm gonna have to explain the stupid word he says and he's gonna have to explain my grunts just in general. She made a sad noise. She's having a bad thought. Oh yeah, he said he wants this. He means that.
Look, she's gonna make a sound like a cat down the hall. It doesn't mean anything. She's just trying to echolocate to see where you are.
Yeah. Sometimes she just makes noises because she has bad thoughts, makes them go away. She's fine. She's dealing with it. It's a stim. Ask her about it. She'll get annoyed. If she comes up and holds you and cries, that's when you can ask.
Look, every so often you're just gonna look over at her and you're gonna see her doing something. That's what we have the clicker over here for.
Don't use the clicker.
We have a Nerf gun now.
She's in art mode though. Leave her alone for a while.
She's got her blankie.
She'll talk to you.
Look, every so often, she's just gonna be gone for like 3 or 4 hours. H-Bomber guy put out a new video. She's doing art. She'll be fine.
That'll never happen.
He's working on one.
Oh, he's been working on some for a while.
Sometime this presidency, he'll be done with it. Maybe.
God.
Oh, man. So, with all the stupid shit happening because of Microsoft.
God, there's so much stupid shit happening right now. Can we stop?
So people are basically because of the Microsoft stuff, people are finding out how many things were in the works and all either directly or indirectly influenced by their stupidity kind of deal. So people found out that there's a studio that was founded by Romero to make stuff, and now it's shutting down because of that. But there was things oh yeah, this huge MMO was in the works that no one knew about, and it's closed.
Well, that's sad.
It was they're working on a Perfect Dark remake, and it's just there was just tons and tons of stupid shit. It was just wait, what?
Yeah, that's how it be sometimes.
Meanwhile,
sometimes stuff just doesn't really get to any usable point, and sometimes things will get to the end and not finish for whatever reason.
Well, apparently what it was even though they have been they are billions in profit, but they want to spend billions on AI. And so they're just so all these things that were making money, going to make money, or probably we're going to make a shit ton of money, we don't want to, because we want to spend it on the infinite money scam now.
Sounds right.
And one of their fucking high up dipshits was this might seem scary right now. Have you considered using Gen AI to tell you to feel better?
No. And I meant more I get the joke, but I meant more they get defunded or something. And that's more frustrating than anything else.
What I also found out along with this shit was that Anthem is still running.
No, I did not know.
Yeah, me neither. Apparently it's not going to get turned off until next year, at which point it will be permanently gone, because it's an always online thing. So, but I didn't know it was still around. I thought it died a while ago.
I thought you were in hell.
Man, Concord didn't even make it fucking 2 weeks, but Anthem's still around? Who's playing Anthem? Who's paying for those servers?
Someone.
I mean, it's not like there's anybody on them, but there's still servers.
Maybe they had it for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah, the Stop Killing Games actually made their signature goals and stuff like that.
Yay!
Which good. Fuck them.
I think a lot of indie games, after a certain amount of time, maybe they should team up and be you can still buy our games, maybe 5-10 years in, be but you can also download it free here, because we want it to be forever available, no matter what happens to us.
Yeah. Well, some of the main gist of the Stop Killing Games was about them doing things to actively disable, take it away from you, turning off, having authentication server shit that could just be okay, final patch, we're turning off the authentication server stuff.
Yeah.
That's it. That takes nothing. It's a no work kind of thing. And
you paid for that fucking game, though they'll argue no, you paid for a license for that game. We can take that away.
It's no, fuck you. But I saw about that one streamer guy who I don't know what I haven't dug into it to see what spurred it on initially, but apparently he just fucking put his foot in his mouth over being against the Stop Killing Games thing.
Why?
I don't know. And then proceeded to just no, everyone's being mean to me and they're all bullies and they're all scary, so I'm quitting this game company that I'm part of, because otherwise they'll start treating them like it's me and And I'm just what? But this is also the guy that has a thing set up on his stream where if anybody comes in and asks about one of the several games that he's supposed to be working on, when he's going to actually do anything with them, he just bans them.
Is it Grimes?
No. No. But it's just fucking wild. Yeah, hey, that's the one. And that, like, and he tries to be like, I'm not a Nepo baby. This one guy didn't even know who my dad was.
Okay.
It's like, the fact that you have to, like, try and say that kind of thing says a lot. Maybe that wasn't really your intent there, friend, but, yeah. And, it's just wild. And I'm just like, what? Especially as, you know, purportedly someone working on indie games, why? What exactly do you have against, you know, after the, you know, years and years of it, like, you're not making, like, especially for some of these things, they're not being sold anywhere. I physically can't give people money for some of these things. There's no way for me to do that. What do you have against it being archived? Hell, for some of these, the companies that made them and the people that made them aren't around. Either just flat out closed or dead, both. Like,
bought out, destroyed.
Yeah, you know, sold for parts by EA, that kind of stuff. But like, these things physically don't exist. What is wrong with still being able to have the thing that you bought?
Yeah.
Like, shit, man, I played City of Villains. Like, and that wasn't a thing. I played Hellgate London. I seen that go through 3 fucking owners. In theory, I have a lifetime thing from them. But that obviously isn't true. Because, like, who still owns that? Who's obligate to that lifetime thing? Nobody? We don't know. But, like, I should still be able to play the game that I bought. And in their case, they made it so you can play it single player. So I can play the game I bought. They made a thing. I gave them money. Done. Everything else is just a company trying to fucking scum one over on the people buying things. That's really all there is to it. You know, right now with the Switch 2, with all this shit with the cartridges and all the multiple ways they're trying to pretend like you don't own something. Like, that is the ultimate dream goal for them, but fuck them. They don't exist, you know, just like with YouTube doesn't exist without the YouTubers. Those companies don't exist without you paying money.
It sucks too, because like there's Nintendo fanboys who will defend the shit out of Nintendo forever, no matter what they do.
Yeah, like with the
it's okay to hate things, man.
It's like, look, man, they locked down the USB-C on it. The fuck you mean? It is either USB-C or it's not. That's just gonna lead to waste. That was the whole reason behind USB-C. That way it's a universal thing. And if it meets the USB-C standards, it's universal and it works. Done. Yeah, I did play a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. Y'all folks made sure of that. And I played a lot of it, and I did appreciate that I could do quite a bit of it by myself without having to worry about messing up other people's things or having to be super optimum build or whatever. I could just bumblefuck my way through a huge amount of the game, and I really liked that. But, oh yeah, Nintendo's actually getting taken to court by Brazil over the we can break your console over the internet. Because they're like, hey, that's anti-consumer. So they were told, hey, you can do something about this or else. And so now Nintendo had to go through Nintendo America and make a person to go over to Brazil. Because apparently they didn't have a department to handle Brazil. And so yeah, now that's a thing.
Good.
So depending on how that shakes out, that'd be pretty funny. No?
I had it up. It's on there.
It's hold up.
Close it and bring it back up.
Yes, I guess.
Oh well, I'm just gonna close it.
Oh well, it might be something buggy on the Twitch end of things. Let me poke a thing on my end real fast. Let me poke something actually. It's probably the thing on Twitch's end again. Okay, that should do a thing. Ah, yes. There appears to be an issue on Twitch's end. Yeah, sorry, Bard. There's something on Twitch's end.
Maybe because it's having that, like, free weekend or whatever.
Yeah, probably. But they said before on the one update that there's, like, the way that Twitch does stuff on their back end sometimes gets a little wonky. But yeah. Just a bug. It's just down for right now. We'll have it up next time.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay. I'll be here, wiggling. What's this song? It's bouncy? I don't know. Let me take a look. It says Photo Channel Puzzle Theme. Hi, Minty. How's it going? Wife is currently on a restroom break. But yes, that's what the song is, purportedly. Wii music, yeah. What's it, the Wii Shop theme that everybody's always talking about? We thought Minty would show up earlier when we talked about Poppy's Playtime. Yeah, they did. I always like some of this. I don't know, for me, empty head music to have a bathroom break too. That would be fun. Ah, you went shiny hunting. You know, I always tell the wife that I literally didn't get a shiny Pokemon ever until Pokemon Go. I've played Pokemon since Pokemon Red, the original on Game Boy, and my first fucking shiny was in Pokemon Go. So, made me a little miffed. Yeah, I got the Pokerus once or twice. And like, obviously, I'm not considering the red Gyarados, because everyone's like, oh, that's a shiny one. No, it's not. Everybody gets it. That's not a shiny. Ding dong, you're wrong. But like, yeah, nah. I really don't. And I so rarely get that kind of thing. Meanwhile, playing Power World on stream there, I had 2 shinies over the course of playing that already. Because, you know, you're not jerks. I actually had a lot of fun playing Power World. I haven't played it in so long. They've done a lot of updates to it, which is pretty cool. I'm really glad. And they did this Terraria update, which is what got me into it. Decided to replay it kind of thing. Yeah, I think that... I'm dehydrating. Oh no, so Nintendo was... it started with the throwing a Pokeball in a 3-dimensional space, which was part of what they were that was their big gist, amongst other things. But bruh, that throwing an object in a 3-dimensional space means grenades in every FPS ever. So it's kind of a stupid shit thing, and they knew it, which is why they did it in Japan instead of in the States. And which is funny because at the start of things with Palworld, I was a little iffy about Palworld because there was some rumbling about whether or not they had used AI for the character, the critter designs and stuff, which turned out to just be one person being a monumental cunt. Yeah, sphere-shaped object. But at first I did kind of hold off on getting it because of that. And then finding out that no, they didn't actually do that. Okay, cool. So then I, played it and I had a lot of fun with it. I played a lot with Ivy and some friends back in the day, and that was a lot of fun. It was very cool. We, got critters and stuff, and just being able to do literally anything at all in a Pokemon world. Cool. It's what I wanted. I would obviously want more things like that, or not necessarily exactly like that, but maybe I want a thing where I run a Poke Ranch or something like that. I don't want to do fighting or something like that. I want to just live in this world and explore it and stuff. So getting to do that at all was great. And I've played a whole bunch of other stuff since then, but coming back to it, yeah, still fun. Still just getting to do things. That's the thing. Nintendo, Capcom, a lot of these things, they would much rather just crank out the same thing infinitely forever than try and do side stuff, A game, little single A, B games, those kind of side games that don't make infinite money forever. They're just not getting done at all. And, Monster Hunter, great fun. I've played a shit ton of Monster Hunter. I've played it since the PSP years. We never got the game where you just got to play as the kitties. And I'm not talking about Monster Hunters. I'm talking about straight up an Animal Crossing style game with the kitties from Monster Hunter. That was a thing. It was made in Japan, and it literally was never released outside of Japan. Why? That's cool. The world is interesting. The stuff that's around Monster Hunter is cool and fun and neat. And people would love that. Yeah, the Palicos. There was an actual Palico game that just no one else got because they're just not gonna do it. And it's bruh, my developer in retail. Alright. But I am going to have to call it here for the night. We have had a thing come up, so unfortunately, going to have to cut it short tonight. We will... Yeah, you would sink so many hours into a Palico game. So would everybody. That's the problem. But yes, we are going to have to call it early tonight. We will be doing this again tomorrow at the same time, which is 5 p.m. Central. And we will be continuing on from here. So thank you all for coming tonight, and we will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go take care of lunch.